It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we're in for a rematch of Super Bowl 41. It's the Bears and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his second year in the NFL out of Florida.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
A huge play right off the bat. 67 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now
Third and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And he will power his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. It's his second touchdown of the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bears come out with their quarterback, Caleb Williams. All of Chicago hoping this is the man who can finally answer that long search for a franchise quarterback for the Bears. He won the Heisman. He's the number 1 overall pick in this past year's draft.
We had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week, Mike, and we asked him, we said, can you put your finger on what went wrong last week for what was a pretty rough outing? And he said, you know, if I'm being honest, I didn't have my best week of practice. I practiced much better this week, and I'm expecting it to carry forward into the game. If he can continue to get better, and they can show that they can win when he doesn't have his best stuff, and he plays a cleaner game, this is going to be a tough team to beat.
And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. With that, let's get a look at the Bears draft class for 2024. Obviously, highlighted by those two top 10 picks, both from what was the Pac-12. Caleb Williams at number 1, Rome Odunze at number 9. Chicago trying to jumpstart this offense that finished 27th in passing in 2023. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one, and it'll be third down.
That's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That's complete. Highland Granson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. From the gun, Richardson. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Richardson operating from the pistol. He's got his tight end, Granson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready, go.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense. Still second down. Second down.
On play action, Richardson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Richardson.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And this one is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a first down.
The Bears offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. Now it's going to be third down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll send this one deep for Odunze.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Come on.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Bears have it. Well, so much for a nice gain and a good running play. Unable to secure it, the ball comes out and the defense comes off the field with a turnover.
Once the runner breaks through the line of scrimmage, Mike, it's very common to see them carrying the ball with one hand. But as they get further down the field and those defenders close in, you've got to protect it with two hands and make sure you secure the ball all the way to the ground.
The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. Finding room to the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, we'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's Taylor. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Richardson. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. The Bears have Velus Jones deep to return. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So, out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Here's Williams now to throw. He's got his big target, Everett.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. 2nd primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. Note the start time, 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Commanders and Bengals. That kicks off at the usual 8:15 starting time. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Richardson going to look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And 3rd down coming up.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big...
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. On the toss, it is Swift. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 35. And the Bears first down.
A play fake. Now Williams. First down throw there is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. To throw is Williams. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Anthony Gould now to return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Colts offense ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here. And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. First and 10. Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young...
So now Shane Steichen unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag.
Play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. On first down, it's Swift. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this.
Get it!
On second down, Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now Richardson. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all. timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Catch made right side by Thomas. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Here's Richardson. This one caught at the 4. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Indianapolis. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Now Gay for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts will tie things up. We are all even at 14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Josh Jacobs, a force in that first half with 2 touchdown runs. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Nico Collins up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake, or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Swift. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
And here's DJ Moore coming off an impressive first season in Chicago. It saw him set a new career high in catches, yards, and touchdowns. And remember that new rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, under center. First overall pick, and a big reason they felt they were ready for a rookie quarterback was because of weapons like Moore.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Give up the middle with Swift. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a toss, left side, it's Swift. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, Richardson completing this one to Downs. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Off the zone read, this is Richardson.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
The Colts about to kick this one away. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. LeBear's offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Williams. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing is Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. Give him 13 on that screen play and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Nice 1st down catch there by Cole Komet. And Mike, I've had a chance to spend some time with him in Nashville these last couple summers and at our TEU event that I run with George Kittle and Travis Kelce. And for a big body, for a guy who's just a large guy, he can really bend, he can run, he can get in and out of his break. And I think that's a big reason why, as he's continued to develop, he's a very good run blocker. He's really become that dynamic weapon they thought he would be coming out of Notre Dame just a few years ago.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll swing this out to Swift. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
This is the connection that Bears fans have been dreaming about since these two guys were drafted in this previous spring's draft. I mean, they think they have one of the more formidable young quarterback wide receiver duos in the entire league. Williams, first overall pick. Odunze, number 9. The future looks bright in Chicago.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. They'll run with Swift. A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Not much happening there, just a short game.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A second down throw for Richardson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll be stopped here short of the 1st down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. The open man is the tight end, Granson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Out comes the #1 overall pick, Caleb Williams, and the rest of the Chicago offense. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Second down and 3. They'll go again with Swift, and he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's a give left side. This is Swift. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They will run it over center with Swift. A hit, and he has lost the football.
Oh my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
The home team's offense, and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. They have tried to throw at him, has been successful. He just processes things so quick. No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here comes Swift. They toss it right.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
On the toss, it is Swift. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed. and they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.